We won't incorporate it in there because we're going to do the other 4 corners. But if I right click and hide that, yeah, job's a good one. So we want to put some more in the other corners, which will probably best or easier just to adapt this. I'm thinking, no, we won't. We can draw some squares in the bottoms because they're going to be 5mm, aren't they? So start drawing a square in this one. 5, 5, enter. And we'll pull it out, 0.2. No, we won't. We'll double click and then we'll copy, move it, do a control along there, red axis, and then we'll do a control on the Z axis. Because these are different, I could do a copy and paste. Well, that one will, but these won't because they're different sizes. So, yes, this one will. So we'll get this. We'll do a control on the Z axis. We'll bring it down. And then we'll rotate it. And that way. Yeah, 90 degrees. If we move it now, I'll click on the edge and we'll move it back. Now, yeah, right, we'll have to mirror that. Well, I might go back to my plan because we've got this extra bit to chop off as well. Nah, we'll delete that. Not a good move. Because the corners are different. All 4 corners are going to be slightly different, aren't they? So we do a control along the red axis. Little bit of faffing, but if we come down and then we can do, we'll cut that out. And same with this one. If there was symmetrical, I could probably get away with it. But because all 4 corners are going to be slightly different, there we go. It's one of them. And same with this one. Let's come along. Just draw around. Make sure this is separate. And we want to pull all these out by 0.2. So if we get our click on, we use our push pull and we'll pull it out 0.2, enter. We hover over the next one and we double click. It'll pull it out 0.2. Hover over here, double click, and they're all 0.2 now. Yep. So triple click, right click, make a group. Triple click, right click, make a group. Triple click, right click, make a group. So we need to add the rivets to the rest of these brackets. Now, an easy way I've done it, I've just taken the rivets along the top and added them basically to a card. We can call it a card. Just going to make life a little bit easier. So if we click on this top one, and move tool into the middle, and then we'll locate it on there, and then we'll move it along the red, and there we go. It's sitting on the top there. Do it is click on, we do a control on the blue axis, and we'll add that to the bottom, and then we'll do control along the red axis, and we'll add that to the top. For some reason that seems a little bit shorter than the other ones, so I need to adjust the backing on there. Double click, get into the group, get into the face, push pull tool and pull it along to the end, so it's the same length. as the rivet bracket. I've done the same thing with the uprights. Now this one, I'm sure if we move it, find the centre of the rivet, do a control, and if we press the up key and then find the centre of this rivet and press the up key, and there we go, and we should be good to do on there. And what we can do, we can get rid of these cards after, so we do the same what we did before. We'll click on this card of rivets, move tool, do a control and Z, and we might have to adjust it, yeah, place it on top of there. So we want to move this one, so we get a move tool on the top of the rivet, control, red axis, and we'll move it across and place it on top of the other rivet there. So there we go, our rivets there. We can tidy it up in a minute, and we can put this row of rivets along this bottom bar. We'll do the same thing. We'll click on our rivet, we'll do a control, keep some rivets up there, and this one wants to go on the bottom, and then we'll go green axis in, hold on the red axis, move across, and there we go. So we're good there. So what we'll go is we'll come in up in this group, we'll click on the carriers of the rivets, do the same, click on the, open the group, click on, we'll click the carrier, the bit of paper we used, delete, and we'll go around and we'll do that. And that's probably a lot easier, and the same, and trying to move the rivets individually. And there we got rivets all the way across, all the way across. Now if we highlight all the rivets, we can cut them, open up our group, we'll do an edit, paste in place, and then we'll get a door with rivets all attached.